Hey everybody, welcome back to my devlog. I'm just going to be doing some pixel art on my game Retro Spaceball. So that's what I've been calling it for the past 6 months. I haven't come up with a better name yet. Got one? Let me know. I'm going to show you the game a little bit here first. I'm going to throw on some background music first. Here we go. And I've been working on a tutorial. This is the third tutorial I've made, and I think it's the best so far. I need to work on the text and that stuff still. But essentially, the last tutorial that I made, it did like this whole horizontal thing, which I'd like to implement in the game at some point, but not right away, so it doesn't really make sense to have that for a tutorial. So this is back to vertical. As you can see, I've made it so the ball doesn't hurt you in the game. That's it did before, and now it doesn't. It should make the game a lot less frustrating. Yeah, so that's cool. In this first level, you cannot die. So if the ball falls all the way down and somehow manages to get down here, can't die yet. I do want to make these blocks breakable, because that's a mechanic that I want to introduce into the game early on. So I'm thinking maybe if you really keep messing up, then you can die in the first level, but it'll just start over, and you know. And then these are going to be singular, so it's a little bit easier to go through instead of the double with how they are. And let me just get up Twitch just in case someone's chatting, and no one's chatting. And so right now it's a little bit difficult to push these through. I mean, obviously it's not impossible, but you know, I want to make it super easy for beginners. Anyone who just picks up the game, I want to make it so hey, I can beat the first level. Isn't that wonderful? Because with some testing, I found that some people really have the dashing requires some explanation. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of explanation there, so you're not afraid of them. Basically, those are just shield generators. They regenerate your shield. So if you get hit by this group of bullets up here, and then you end. And I'm thinking about taking out the multi-ball feature. I spent 3 weeks putting it in, but it's really not that great of a feature. Doesn't really help you that much. Just kind of makes the game a little bit more confusing and hectic. And with those enemies, I wanted it to be a little bit challenging, so you feel a little bit of a reward after you beat it. You know, hey, I did something, but not too difficult. And this would be the actual first level. Which is quick for me since I've been playing this level a lot. It's one of the older levels. I'll just keep playing for a little bit here before I start drawing. And on this level, as you can see, you can actually die if I let it go all the way down. Oh, dead. As you can see, there's the multi-ball there, 2 balls. It didn't really hurt me in that situation, but sometimes it you know, isn't as good as you'd want it to be. As a power-up, it's not that successful. know how it dodged that enemy, but it did. And there's the multi-orb. And as you can see, it didn't really help me there, it just kind of got in the way a little bit, and then it's gone. Kind of flying through here. This level takes a little bit more effort and time to get through. Doing pretty good. Well, I was doing pretty good. I spoke too soon. Since this level's a little bit wider than the other levels, it's you rely on a little bit more random. Just, you know, the ball going the right way that you want it to. Things being where you want them to be rather than things not going the way you want it to, which is kind of the way that it's going. Oh, going up, going down. But this kind of little frustration here kind of adds to the game, I would say, because you know, even when you're good at it, it's still difficult sometimes. But the more you play, the better you get at like getting the ball to go the way you want it to. Like there we go. It went the right way. Now it's going up, 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 and there it is. So this level actually has a boss. And it should be a lot easier now that you don't get hurt by the ball, because that was like the real killer before. I'm also thinking about making these bubble things disappear after you hit them, maybe, and then maybe like reappear after a few seconds or something like that. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with that yet, but I think I might change it. Maybe I'll make like a different color one that does that, so I can like reuse the mechanic. See, that time I gained an orb and then lost it right away. Oh, where did it go? Oh, there it is. It's going really fast. Alright, so you got a glimpse of the boss at the top, but yeah, so now I'm locked into this, like, the ball falls all the way down, there's a wall down there. See, venting. That way you can't fall down to the beginning of the level, which was an issue. So as you can see, this boss isn't exactly easy. It's nice that there's like a pickup generator there, so always get more pickups. They tend to help, but you need to use the ball, not the bullets. Just kind of the point of the game. Oh. So if you haven't seen this before, the target that I'm aiming for is between the turrets. There's like a little warning flame symbol, like it's a flammable cylinder. That's what I'm aiming for. There's 2 of them. I need to hit them a few different times each. I think 5 times each, or something like that. Oh, that was close. Oh, there we go. See, I hit that one. Oh, hit it again. It's good. Oh, 3rd time, 4th time, 5th time. And that one's dead. Now you see how that turret's no longer active? I just need to get the other one. And if you notice that the ball is changing colors when it gets hit by the enemy bullets, if it changes to red and then gets hit again, you die. So I just turned white there for a second. Oh, 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 there we go, hit it. Oh, got it. You gotta figure out why it's not hurting you when the bullets are hitting you, because that makes the game way too easy. Go! I think it's 1. So I've been fighting this boss for like 5 minutes. It took me about 10 minutes to get to the boss. And I'm about like 6 months in development and only have 15 minutes of gameplay to show for it. What you gonna do? That's the way it goes. Also, I was only developing full-time for about 2 of those months, and I've been working my ass off the rest of that time, so I haven't been developing nearly as much as I'd like to. Oh. I wonder if I can even get hit. Yeah, it's like they're not even. I can't even get hit. No wonder I haven't died. Let's take him out already. I might need to make it only take 3 hits to kill this guy, or kill each cylinder. It's not the right one. Go, go, go. Oh, so close. Jeez. Been knocking this ball around for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, just not even getting any hits on it. Go, go, go. So close. This is kind of the way the whole development process has been going. Everything's been really difficult to play in the game. and then I've been making it easier and easier as I go, just because it's inherently difficult to play. Which is kind of good, because then I know I can always make it more difficult, but at the same time it's been very difficult for me to make it easier. Especially the tutorial. Coming up with a level that was easy was actually quite hard. But it's better than the other way around. If the game was too easy, inherently, then it would be hard to come up with levels that were hard. Where that's kind of covered already. Situation. You just gotta ramp it up gradually. Far more gradually than this. 'Cause all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, here's a tough boss. First boss. There's a few things that I could do to make it easier. The rate of bullets that the enemies shoot now, make that easier. And then, like I said, make you hit him less times. And that's probably all it really needs. I mean, aiming at the thing is difficult, but I don't know. I could probably put some like blocks in the way to make it even easier, but that might make it too easy. Because as you can see, I did beat the first one, the first cylinder. I killed that pretty easily, and maybe it was luck, but I feel like it's just bad luck that I'm not able to kill the second one. There we go, finally. There it is. And so that's the whole game so far. And I could just, you know, play back from the first level here, but I'm done with that. And I'm gonna start drawing here. Alright, so this is the next boss. This will probably be the last boss. So they'll probably be more, or probably about as difficult as the last boss, but, or I mean that boss you just saw, but I'm going to make it make that one easier and this one tougher. So I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to start tonight. Well, probably here, but thinking about changing the colors around a little bit, make the darker areas more green and the lighter areas purple here. But for now, I'm just going to continue what I was doing and just fill that in. And then, well, I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to experiment with some color, actually. I haven't really thought it out too much here. But like a dark, really dark green. Was black. And just do the whole outline. That color. And maybe a little bit more green. And a little bit more black. I think that'll just a little bit more green. I think that's where it needs to be. And then what I'm gonna do, well, let me see what this color is, and then make like a green version of that. And then dark. No, you know what? I want this color. And I think that'll look good. But then take this color Oh, what am I doing here? I want the mirror tool. It almost works, but I think I'm gonna darken that green just a little bit. So this audio is actually music that I was making for a different space shooter that became too large in scope. So I shut it down for the time being. I may go back to it, but for now it's on the back burner, or on the shelf rather. I think the colors are okay, but the shape of the shading needs some work. Mostly that. Maybe thin this out a bit. And I kind of want to do like a really light. Just like a highlight. I think that's too light. I think that looks better. Again, this shape needs some work. Yeah, I'm loving it. I don't know if it's the difference between the green and the purple, or if the green's just too big. I think the green's too big. It's highly experimental. I like that more. Still doesn't look phenomenal, but well, that's the outline here. I'll take care of that. Oh. So I think that looks better than that. It's not like a whole bunch better, but maybe if I do another shade of purple, like in between those two. Yeah, I think that might be it. Maybe 2 pixels. I think that's it. I'll have to clean up the highlight, but once I have one down, it'll be easier to do the rest. I'm hoping that this boss gives me more motivation to, you know, keep going on the game, because right now it's like, you know, it's hard to get people to play the game. I'm losing motivation to make the game more fun. I'm not having as much fun as I was. You know, the market's super saturated. You know, obviously, I'm doing this because I love games, not because I want to make a whole bunch of money. And that's kind of hurting me a little bit, because most people are like, oh, I've got this really great idea that people are going to love, and me, I'm just like, oh, I really like this idea. I think I'm going to like playing my game. And most games have more than that going for them, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. More of an audience, more of a following, more of a community behind it. And I'm not saying that my game isn't capable of that, it's just I haven't seen a lot of that yet, so just have to see. And something like, you know, nicely done pixel art boss, I think, really would help. You know, kind of state the game's purpose. Because right now it looks very alpha, but it is alpha. It's very alpha still. Granted, most games that are 6 months in see more development than mine has, but like I said, I've only been doing it part-time for the last 4 months, and the first 2 months mostly was prototyping. So I feel like this is just a little bit too bright. I like that it's bright, but just need to subdue it just a little bit. And now it's not saturated enough. Now it's too saturated. No, it's not saturated enough. It's really hard to say until I get the rest of it, because I want that type of tone to be throughout, and it's not there yet, so. Or maybe I could go with this color. Doesn't work. But maybe a little bit more of that tone. A little bit less. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it needs. Maybe just more variation. That actually helps a lot. Alright, but now it looks too linear. Now it needs some variation on the top. Definitely looks more interesting now, but that's going to take a lot to do on each leg. Something happened there. Oh, yeah, because I was copy and pasting. It's not even mirrored, so I'm going to have to go back and redo that. It's going to be a pain. I feel like I did the green, right? Should be the one that I already... Yeah, okay, the green's fine. Let's pull the dark green. I need to do the light green. What I'm doing here is I'm drawing over it so it mirrors on the other side. Let's see how that looks. See a huge chunk down. Oop. Okay, so that looks pretty good. These spots here, they're going to be animated, so I'm just kind of dodging that. So I like the green. It's just a little bit different than that, so it's got that like variation, but also the continuity. So that works. So I'm going to put some highlights in there, kind of like this, but a little bit different. Actually, I'm going to... it's got to be different than this too, but it's going to be similar. So I'm going to make it more blue, maybe. Just a little bit more saturated. I don't know, see how this looks. Yeah, I like that thing. You know what? It needs to be something. I'm gonna go with that. I think that looks good. There it is. So this is taking forever. It looks pretty cool. And it'll look better when it's done. I can kind of imagine it. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make any more bosses this large. And this will probably be the final boss in the game, because it's just taking too long. Oops. Excuse me while I stir my crock pot for a moment here. Got some food cooking. Sorry about that. Shit looks like it's done though, so that's good. Ooh. In case you're wondering about the strange music, this was a band I was in, like, I think this is recording from 2010, so it's like 8 years ago. Just kind of a live jam, two people, myself and Eric Olson. He's playing the keyboards, and I believe we're both running computers with digital audio workstations, and I'm running 2 turntables at this point, I think. I don't know if I got the 3rd one or the vinyl deck yet. I don't think I had them yet. So, just kind of experimenting and having fun. So that's why sometimes it doesn't sound as good. We're just kind of playing around. Fun to listen to though, for me anyways. And I've got hours of it recorded, like literally probably 10s or 20s 20s days worth audio. not a super lively chat today. Saw some people hop in and hop out pretty quickly, but I'm not going to hold that against them. Could have been turned off by the music, or the fact that I'm not talking a lot, or maybe they were looking for something else. That's alright. I've been kind of reclusive, and today's stream fits that personality, which is alright with me. If you're watching this after the fact, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Not really getting discouraged by it or anything, but that's just the way it is. I like where this is going though. I feel like this is a little bit too much. Yeah, no, that's not a variation. It needs like bumps. I feel like maybe those shouldn't be symmetrical, but I'll deal with that later. Oh wow, party of 8 raid, nice. Sounds cool. What's going on? 1063. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. 2 raids. Nice. "16 viewers. Wow, that's the most viewers I've probably ever had. Yeah, I appreciate it. Hey. Hey, what's up, Garvash? Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. Since this is the most viewers I've ever had, I might as well show off my game a bit here. Well, first, this is what I was working on. Was the boss. Yeah, it's gonna be like the final boss. What's up, Dirt Magician? All right, yeah, cool. Thanks. So this is the game. Right now it's called Retro Spaceball. It's kind of a working title. And the audio is turned off right now. Yeah, that's going to be a big boss, the last boss. So basically, as you can see, let me pull it up here, make it a bit bigger. And it looks better on a mobile device. The GUI doesn't hang off or anything like that. That's just the way it is right now. So essentially, it's like Space Invaders mixed with pinball here. Yeah. So you knock the ball around and hit bad guys with it. Kind of minimalist controls, just using the arrow keys, well, A and D to move left and right, and then W is shooting, and I'm just holding down W. And then you can dash also. So essentially you get power-ups from hitting the bad guys and these little portal things. And they do different things. Like that just made the bullets come out faster. That right there regenerates the shield. And this is just kind of a tutorial level, so it's not really difficult or anything. And that's the end of the level there. Kind of looks bad there, but needs some polish. Definitely needs some polish. Hey, I'm glad you think it looks cool. I've been doing it for just about 6 months or so. 2 of that was full-time, and the rest of it was part-time. I've really been working my ass off at a picture frame shop, pay the bills. So after those first 2 months, I really haven't been doing all that much to it, just kind of here and there, after work type thing. But you can play it for free at itch. There's a link on the banner or the overlay there. itch.io/Rick Oakland, I believe. Or you can search Retro Spaceball. And you can play it on the WebGL thing, the web player, or the Android download. So you can download it onto your Android and play the mobile version. The controls aren't that great on the mobile. On the next update, they'll be better. But there's a few different things I want to do before I update it. It's kind of taken a while. Usually I've been updating at least once a month, but it's been this time it's been a little bit longer, like 2 months. Yeah, I definitely want to do more with the classic LED scoreboard there. Right now it's just one image and then the score. I want to make different images for the different pickups and when you hit an enemy, that type of thing. Definitely been taking influence from actual pinball machines. I recently went to arcade convention, and that was pretty cool. Took a lot of notes there. It was arcade and pinball, and there was like 350 machines there. It was pretty awesome. And multi-orb. I'm actually thinking about taking the multi-orb out because it doesn't. I mean, like right now it seems to be working pretty well, but sometimes it doesn't serve as much of a purpose. Like I just lost that ball, and it's like it doesn't really matter that I lost it. But I want to do more pinball type stuff, and that's why I put the multi-ball in there. It actually took me like 3 weeks to code, so I'm really not sure if I'm going to take it out or keep it in. But I don't know. Sometimes it adds to the fun factor, and then other times it's just kind of like, what the hell just happened? So I definitely need more testing. I haven't actually gotten that many testers to test with multi-ball because it's kind of a recent feature. And also, now you can touch the ball. Before that used to hurt you. So that should make the game a little bit more accessible. That was based off of user feedback as well. People were getting frustrated with it. I think it's got around 400 plays or something like that, or maybe closer to 350 or something like that. But yeah, it's all been like different points of development, so it's hard to say. Whoa. See, like right there, the multi-ball kind of screwed with me. Oh yeah, a lot of this is actually like placeholder art that just looks too good to be placeholder art. I don't know, I'm an artist before a developer, so like the art kind of comes easy and I just kind of do stuff that I think will look good, and then I'm like, oh, I definitely need to do that again, but to other people it looks like the final art, and it's really not. Which is kind of, you know, one of my issues as a developer. But like I said, I'm more of an artist than a programmer. I've only been programming since 2013 in Unity, so still learning a lot. I went to school for game art, actually 3D animation, so this is kind of an easy game rather than doing like something full 3D. Oh, you guys are artists also? Sweet. Yeah, 3D animation is really what I'm into, but I decided that I'd give pixel art a whirl here. I figured I'd be decent at it, but this is like my first pixel art game, totally. On my itch, there's a 3D game that I did with a game jam. I did all the art for the game jam, but I didn't do any of the programming for that. And it turned out really good, actually. I like it. I still show it to people. I mean, it's got a few little glitches there, but you know, for a 72-hour game jam, it's turned out great, I'd say. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys rating me and in the stream here to check out my game. It's pretty awesome. Been kind of a quiet stream till you guys showed up, so that's pretty awesome. For this one, I made every single asset I did. I didn't find anything online or anything. Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't stream quite as often as I used to since I started working, but I'm trying to do it at least once a week. It doesn't always happen, and it's kind of random. Sometimes I'm just like too tired after work to stream. But yeah, I did. I made the music too, but the music's actually turned off right now. Obviously, I made the music we're listening to too, but that's totally different. But yeah, I made the sound effects, I did the pixel art, I did the programming, came up with the concept. Everything you see here is something I did. Definitely needs some polish, but yeah, you know, it's hard to keep track of all the feedback I've been getting. I mean, I've been taking notes and stuff, and that type of thing. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. So I just kind of do what I feel like doing, and then the rest of it just has to wait. It's a one-man team. I had a second person for like a few hours, and before he even had a chance to put anything into it, he's like, "Hey, let's do something completely different." I was like, I kind of already have a game design document. We should probably stick to that. And he's like, "Oh, well, I don't want to do it anymore." I was like, "Alright, that's cool." But I wished him luck in what he did want to do, and went back to doing it by myself. Like I said, he didn't have a chance to put anything into the game. But here's the first boss. 6 years? Wow, yeah. I started the game that I was making before this, I started like in 2014, and then I started to just kind of like feature creep and like scope creep. I just kept expanding the game, and it kind of became a feature horse, which helped me as far as making the features for this game. I already knew what I was gonna do as far as like, you know, object pooling and some of the simpler stuff that I learned, and little tricks, you know, turning off the game objects and activating them as I need them and stuff like that. Little optimization things I learned along the way when I was over-scoping my last game. I'd like to go back to it eventually, but I was writing it in Unity script, and it's just a bad mistake because I wasn't able to serialize anything and couldn't save the game, and it was a large game, so it was like, what's the point of playing a game you can't even save? But yeah, you know, you live and you learn. I might even go back to that eventually, because I really like the concept of it. It was a open world 2D shooter. Well, it was actually 2.5D, so like there was models and stuff like that, but it was locked to like a bird's eye view, and like it was in space, like deep space, but everything was two-dimensional, so it kind of had like this weird vibe to it. There's a couple other games that do that, but mine was more like dizzifying. It made you more dizzy than what I'd seen, which I kind of liked, you know, because you could you had a turret which you could aim, and then you could also aim your ship. So like you could aim them separately using like a twin stick controller, but you know, that had its own issues and limitations and stuff like that. But I kind of figured out a way to do it mobily, which I think might go over better, but you know, like trying to sell a mobile game is like really difficult, so I don't know, making money is kind of just like, I'm not even really thinking about making money at this point anymore. So everything's so oversaturated, it's just more about what I want to make. This boss is like way too difficult for being the first boss. And for some reason the bullets don't hurt me anymore. I don't know what happened there. Probably when I made the ball not hurt you, something happened. Oh. Yeah. Again, nice. So I think I'm gonna make it so you only have to hit this guy 3 times for each cylinder, rather than like 5 or whatever it's at now. It's just too hard, and probably make the bullets come out slower, so it doesn't block you as much. Oh. Go, go. And as this game stands on the itch, this part is way harder than what I'm dealing with now, because you can still get hit by the ball, and I'm pretty sure that the enemy bullets hurt you on itch right now, because like I said, I haven't updated it in a while. So what I'm playing is a little bit different. Go, go, go. Oh. Alright. So now I just gotta hit it up there. If I can even do that.
We're able to tell in an instant where a particular sound comes from. We're able to tell in an instant where a particular sound comes from. We're able to tell in an instant where a particular sound comes from. We're able to tell in an instant where a particular sound comes from. We're able to tell in an instant where a particular sound comes from. We're able to
There we go. And that's the entire game for now. Still needs a lot of polish and a lot of work, but yeah, about 6 months worth of development. And like I said, only 2 of those were full time, and the other 4 was very much part time. And then this is what I'm drawing. And I'm just kind of adding some color variation to the base. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's been a long road. So essentially, like, there's like some blocks that he's going to be like attached to. So he's going to be at like the top of the level. The player is going to be about this size. These arms are going to be animated. There's like 3 levels of arms there. And then the mouth is going to, well, here's the sketch, which isn't very good. But it's got the basics down. These green dots are going to be where he shoots lasers from. And then everything that's kind of white-ish here is going to be animated. This is Piskel. It's free software. I was thinking about buying Asperite now that I have a job, but when I started this project, I was very unemployed and didn't have the 12 bucks or whatever to buy Asperite, so I just started using this. I grew accustomed to it. It's pretty simple and easy. It doesn't do everything that I imagine Asperite does, But it does, you know, it's got flip, rotate, clone. Really, that's about it. And I mean, you can add frames to animate. I've never used pixel edit. Well, I've never used aspirate either, but I at least know quite a bit about aspirate. I've watched so many other streams of people using it. And I know it's like basically what everyone uses for pixel art. And I'm not against using it by any means. Like I said, I probably will pick it up. I just haven't gotten to it yet. And like I said, I've grown accustomed to this one because it's pretty easy. But yeah, it'd be nice to do things, because this will only rotate 90 degrees. I think in aspirate you can rotate and it'll kind of interpolate the rotation. That would be nice. And then you just kind of fix it however you need, I imagine. Yeah, and a few other things, you know, like it gets a little glitchy here when you have this and you're like, oh, I want to make it bigger. Well, sometimes I don't know. It's not glitching on me anymore, but it was. Before it had like all this chunk of open space that wasn't really there, but it looked like it was there. But yeah, like I can't zoom in on it in this window, which is kind of dumb. Like I can make it bigger, but I need to move the window to do that. And yeah, it's not exactly intuitive. The way the layers are here, it's not that great. I imagine aspirate's better. Also, just the layout isn't that great. Yeah. But like I said, it's good enough for being free, and it's been working so far. It's got a mirror tool, which I rely on, but you can't like draw lines. You have to do everything by hand. Like same with the box tool, or the circle tool, or the eraser tool. You can't mirror any of those. What you can do is like use the right click to erase in mirror, which is kind of nice, but it's not that intuitive. The hotkeys are pretty easy in this, but you know, there's quite a few limitations I imagine aspirate doesn't have. And if the music's a little weird, it's completely experimental jam. Me and this other dude used to make music all the time, and this is just kind of recordings. Sometimes we would refine them, other times we wouldn't. But this is completely unrefined. Oh, I'm glad it's not bothering you. I'm sure some people come to my stream and they're like, what the heck is this guy listening to? Yeah, so I'm hoping that once I get this boss like going, it'll kind of generate a little bit of something for the game, because there's not a lot of community behind it. Basically, my friends on Facebook, like my IRL friends back home, I mean, I moved away from them, but they're all still interested in what I'm doing, which is cool. And then a few friends that I've met online are like down to test it from the time to time, but they don't really take it that seriously, which is, you know, you can't really expect anyone to, if you don't really know them, you know. Sometimes people are like really into it, which is cool. But then, you know, it's like I can't expect them to be like really into it all the time. Like, hey, drop what you're doing and play this new build. Like that. That's just not the way it works. But yeah, I've gotten some really great feedback from some people, and then other people they play it and they say they like it, and they don't really give me any feedback other than that. You know, a lot of people, they're afraid to really tell me how they feel about it. You know, just like, oh, I like it, and that's it. Like, I imagine they've got something negative to say about it, because I would like to hear more negative comments, because that's how I'm going to make it better. You know, I went to an art school, so I'm used to like critique, and you know, a lot of people, they just assume that like no one wants their feelings hurt or whatever, but it kind of hurts my feelings that no one's like, hey, do this better, or you need to do this, or you're missing this, you know. Yeah, I am pillowing a little bit. Right now, that's totally what I'm doing. And as you can see, it's not going to look completely pillowed by the time I'm done, but yeah, there's going to be some pillowing. Kind of just getting it out there right now, and then going back and fixing it later. I need a starting point is what I need, and I'm not really the best pixel artist. I'll be the first to tell you that. Like, I'm still learning. I mean, I do know what pillowing is, and I know that you're not supposed to do it, but you know, I'm still learning what to do instead. I appreciate the feedback, definitely. Basically, I'm just using that as like a starting point, and then, you know, just gonna fix some stuff up later. And I'm sure I'll get better as I go on, and I'll probably go back and fix some of this stuff as I get better. But this is all pretty big learning experience for me. Are you guys mostly pixel artists, or do you do 3D stuff as well? Or a little bit of both? Mostly pixels? Right on. Do you guys have a itch or Gamejolt or something like that, so I can check out some of the stuff you guys have done? I'm interested to see. 3D can be a little bit, what's the word? Shit, I don't even know. Yeah, it can be kind of another world. Compared to pixel art, it's intimidating, that's the word. But you know, you just gotta start in the right places, you know. Low poly, I would say. I mean, good low poly is not as easy as it sounds, but it's a good place to start figuring out what vertices need to be there and what vertices don't need to be there. Make it a lot easier to define your shapes and kind of block out stuff. When I was learning, things was like in college. I graduated in 2009, so you can imagine things were quite a bit different back then. Like, I was using ZBrush, and you couldn't have like a million vertices because shit would just crash, and then you're fucked. But now it's like you can have like 14 million, and then you know, shrink it down from there, or whatever. It depends on what you're trying to do. You know, obviously you wouldn't want that many for games. You mind if I play on the stream? The Gamejolt link here? What's up, Ace Gaming? I got rated. Feeling pretty good about that. You came back to my voice in your headphones after seeing Infinity Wars. It's outdated by all means. Oh, two different messages there. I didn't see Infinity War. I'm not a comic book person. It's probably blasphemy. But I went to a mostly illustration school where I learned 3D animation, and almost everyone there was huge into Alex Ross because he graduated from my college, and he had like his own hallway dedicated to him and shit. And it just annoyed the hell out of me. Like, all these kids, they're obsessed with Spider-Man and, you know, all of those. I'm a game developer. My stream is almost entirely based on this game, Retro Spaceball. Yeah, I went to American Academy of Art. Absolutely. Why? Do you know someone from American Academy of Art? It's kind of a small school. Yeah, my stream is all about this game mostly. I used to stream games every once in a while. I still do, but it's been a while since I started working all the time. Miss Mount, wasn't she the health teacher? Yeah, she was awesome. What year did you go there? What year did you graduate? It's kind of crazy. Mount did anatomy? I don't think she was doing anatomy. She was a health teacher when I went. Who did I have for anatomy? She was Russian. It was really hard to understand her. Wow, yeah, no, I don't think Mount did digital art either when I was there. It must have been a while ago. You dropped out because the bank, yeah. You know what? You're probably better off. Like, it was expensive. It was 80 grand back when I went, so it's just been going up. And I don't have a job. It didn't land me a job. In fact, I haven't gotten a job based off my degree at all. Like, I've been applying this whole time, and I get nothing but no from different game development companies all over the country. Yeah, I don't think I'm Facebook friends with her, but I'm Facebook friends with O'Connor, and because she's friends with Mount, I think I actually saw something that they were like commenting on. I think I commented recently on Miss Mount's thing, but I don't think I'm friends with her. Maybe I am. Mr. Pence. I don't remember Mr. Pence. O'Connor got fired. Wow. You know what? I feel like I kind of knew that because I think she mentioned it on her Facebook. That was a few years ago now. But you know what? My favorite teachers got fired while I was there too. Mr. Jameson and his wife. What was her name? Miss Whitmore. Miss Whitmore, because they had to keep their marriage a secret, and then they started a school together, which was also a secret, and brochure they FedExed her termination. That's terrible. That school is, there's something else. There's totally something else there. I mean, the dean was a douchebag, you know. Like, I did really good all like 4 years until my portfolio class. They brought in a new teacher who, like, he was a couple years older than me or something, like 3 or 4 years older than me, and his demo reel sucked, and he was a 3D teacher that didn't know anything about 3D, and he just didn't like me at all. Probably because I was a big hippie and, you know, smoking weed outside and shit like that, come back to class all stoned. He gave me a D-. It was crazy. I was getting A's in almost all my classes, and then he's like, oh, D- for this dude. Yu-Gi-Oh fans. That's funny, man. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that great when I was there, you know? I mean, although I gotta say, one of my friends actually became a teacher there, so I'm sure he's enjoying it. He's getting paid. Anthony Adcock. Yeah, I'm sick of that shit too, man. I'm still sick of DC and Marvel, like, cause I'm done with it. Like, all of that comic book shit, and then they just keep pumping out the movies, and they're getting worse and worse. Actually, honestly, I don't know. I haven't seen any of them since Spider-Man, because I didn't like Spider-Man. It's like, you didn't like Spider-Man? No, I didn't like Spider-Man. I thought it was shit. So I'm gonna check out that this Gamejolt game now. I'm interested. I like the art. It reminds me of like Captain Nemo. That Dream something game. I can't remember what it's called. But I'll check this out for sure. Yeah, well, you know, for when I was there, they were also saying, oh, Kanye West went to our school. So it was like, you know, that's a good question. What type of music is this? It's a live performance between me and another person, and it's quite experimental. I would say multi-genre experimental. I mean, I was just mixing Sesame Street there, so that's pretty weird. And then this is a different recording, but the same. Or no, this is different people. This is me and another dude. Still experimental. Miss Engels. I don't know. The name sounds familiar, looks familiar, but I don't. What did she teach? I don't remember. I mean, that was almost 10 years ago. Oh, she was a life drawing teacher? See, I didn't have her. I had Jameson for life drawing. And he was amazing. She was obsessed with her daughter. Oh man, that reminds me of some of the models that probably still model there. But I don't remember their names, of course. There was the one lady that would always talk about her cats. Oh my god, she'd just talk about her cats while we were drawing her. Like, could you stop talking about your cats? I'm trying to draw your mouth. Like, I'm actually gonna mute the music here so I can hear this game. See, Jameson got fired like the second or third year that I was there, so you wouldn't have known him. He started the Vitruvian School, and that was like off the Brown Line somewhere, and in Chicago, for those of you who don't know where American Academy of Art is. But yeah, Jameson, he was for a while he was taking kids to Italy, which was awesome. I actually joined in on one of those trips. It was amazing, super expensive, but totally worth it. Him and his wife took us, me and a whole bunch of other people. Yeah, in Chicago. But he was taking people to Italy, and it was great because he like had the spot, and they knew enough of the language, knew the spots that we would go paint and stuff. What about Bobby Joe Scribner? Did you have him? He was a sculpture teacher. He was a phenomenal teacher. I learned more about 3D art from my sculpture teacher than from the 3D animation teachers, who all sucked. They're like, oh, here's the internet. Learn to use the internet. 3D animation, the internet. They're like, this is what I learned, but that was years and years ago, so... Oh, you did have Scribner. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I liked him a lot. And then my buddy Anthony Adcock, who's a teacher there now, he was good friends, or still is good friends with Scribner. So that's cool. He actually went to his like shop and did some foundry type stuff. All right. Probably gonna suck at this. What am I doing? Let's do normal. I'm not quite sure. I missed the controls. They were too quick. There's gotta be a button to press here. Enter. Yeah, no, I'm hitting enter, but it doesn't seem to be working. Also space to jump. How do I get past this? Oh, space. Okay. Okay. This is pretty cool. It's like Mega Man. I like the music too. Oh, oh, oh. Getting my butt kicked. This is still really cool though. I'm glad I asked you about this because this is kind of fun. I mean, it is a lot like Mega Man, but I like Mega Man, so that's a good thing. And I like the animations and stuff. I think you did a good job. And then there's like wind. So when you jump, like your jump is affected by the wind. Oh, that was a Mega Man sound, wasn't it? I don't think I did. I probably should have. Oh, oh. Ah, damn you. Got me. Did the Kickstarter not go so well then, or something? Oh, jumped too late. There we go. Oh, so you're still making a demo? That's cool. Oh, he got me again. Shouldn't be happening. Whoa, didn't see that coming. You're adding changes for the fish. I mean, I should know that he's coming. He's only killed me like 3 times. But yeah, it is almost a little difficult for a first level considering I've died so many times already. Oh, oh. Oh, got me. I'm gonna get it though. So the main character, is he like a leprechaun or something? And then you're throwing cards? That's pretty cool. He's a magician, okay. Obviously with the name and stuff, I should and of course the fish kills me again. Keep thinking there's gonna be a fish. Hey. There's the fish. Get him. Hey, I beat the first screen. Get out of here! Frickin' samurai, dude. So I almost wish that you could like shoot those things kinda like in Castlevania. Where you get like pickups from shooting the level things. Hey. An enemy that controls the wind, that's not a bad idea. I'm kinda glad that the wind doesn't move you when you're on the ground though, because that would make it like way too difficult. I like that, that's pretty intuitive, like you see that and you're like, oh, I wonder what happens when you jump on it, and then it works. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. So where does it start me? All the way back at the beginning? Oh, no. Definitely need some type of checkpoint, especially if you're gonna be throwing fish at me. These samurai guys are rough. Oh, I was almost at the checkpoint. That's the way Mega Man was too. It was like, I was almost there. Yeah, like some bubbles. Oh shit, I forgot about the rain. Some bubbles for sure. There's something. Right on. Great minds think alike, you know? Hey. I almost wish I would have paid more attention to the story. I feel like I'm pretty invested now that this is like the 10th time I've played it. Oh, whoa, I thought I just killed him. He must have respawned. Yeah, I got that, man. I'm not trying to be too harsh on you. A whole family of fish. Every time. This is for my brother. You killed my family. Oh shit. That whole family again. Yeah, watching people play your game is definitely the best way to learn how to make it better. I feel like there's like a secret over there. But there's not. Oh. Yeah, the first time I actually watched someone play like the mobile version of my game, I was like, holy shit, my controls are horrible. Ah! But you know, that's great, because like I was just using like a generic button, and I need to make it like a slider, and then I took it to a what do they call that? Like a meetup for game developers, IGDA, right? And dude's like, I don't like the on-screen controls. I was like, you're right, I don't like them either. And he's like, you should just make it so you don't need them. And like, I'm like, I don't know how. And then it came to me. I was like, holy shit! I'll just make a slider that takes up the whole screen, and then like while it's in the middle, it just shoots. And I haven't implemented that yet. Shit, bro. I'll get it this time. Oh, fuck me. Jesus Christ, for my cousin. Shit. So how long was well, first of all, how long has it been in development total, and then how long was this demo in development for? Just you know, to ease my curiosity. Oh shit! I need to pay more attention to the fish. Every time there's like a gap, I have to wait for the fish. Mouse out of there. Oh, life. Wow, a year or two? Oh shit. For the demo? 5 or 6 years altogether. Oh, yeah, that's right, you were saying you worked on it for 6 years. The joys of no funding. So how many people are on the team? I want him dead. Ah, he's gonna kill me. 3 main people, 1 person help with the sound. Right on. And do you guys know each other like in life, or did you meet online? Or I'm always interested in how teams form. I've never actually had a good team work out. You're the pixel artist, creator, writer, you have a programmer and musician. Why didn't I run? I don't know. I wanted to kill the guy. But I'm gonna die. So I should have ran. I like the death. It's like extra fireworks. Oh shit, he's back. Ah! Fucking fish family. Ah! I feel like I'm not getting any better at this game. I keep thinking there's a fish there, but there never is. I'll get better or die trying. Oh, don't want to jump there. No. Ah. Oh my god. I'm never gonna beat that spot. I'm just never gonna beat it. Alright, this is the last time. After this, I might have to give up. I gotta work tomorrow. And I'm in Phoenix, so it's earlier, but still getting late. Yeah, I'm not getting any better. Oh my god! Alright, one more time. Yeah, I'll try to remember that fucking fish. Five hours later. Oh shit! Alright, one more time. The damn fish. I'm just horrible at this game. I don't know what it is. The fish are too difficult. That's my feedback. Ah. It is my fault. This time. Get out of here. Oh shit. Oh shit, get out of there. What's RTA? Some internet slang. Ah. Get out of here. Go, go, go. Alright, there's fish down here. Right here? No, the next one. Fish, right? No, next one. There's fish down here somewhere. This one. This one? No fish? 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 Oh, oh, oh. Go, go, go. Oh shit, this must be the checkpoint, right? Boss time, maybe? No? Oh shit. Is there a fish? Is there? Ah, get out of here! I thought I killed you. Yeah! Oh! I'm not dead. I'm not dead yet. Go! Shit. Fuck. I don't like those guys. Go, go, go! Oh shit. I just realized there's water down there. No more fish. Oh fuck, and then he gets me. Oh, that's where I came from. Hey, hey. Go, oh. Damn you. Ah, Jesus. Life. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, wow. I gotta switch sides. Free refills on the thunderclouds. Fuck. Hey, I lived. Whoa. Oh. It's difficult. No more fish. It's good to know. And the checkpoint's pretty decent. Good. Oh, of course. I'm gonna need it. But I'm on infinite lives this time. I don't know how to get by those. Like, I guess I gotta jump, like, as he's coming or something. Too bad I can't aim up. And he's, oh, he's too high for me to shoot. Oh, and then I just jump right into the water now. I gotta beat this though. I've already spent this much time. Oh, mother. You can't kill them. Good to know. Oh, oh. So you just gotta like be at the edge. Oh, so close. Oh. So you gotta have like your toe hanging on. That's the trick. So how come he doesn't drop on you when you're jumping? Is that the trick to those guys? Oh, he did that time. Don't be a puss. Oh, I'll just go swimming. How about that? Oh fuck! God damn it! You're probably getting bored of watching me die. Shit. No. Yeah. Hey, that worked. Fuck. Fuck. Let's figure it out. I don't think I'm gonna figure it out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, you definitely don't want to hold the space bar down the whole time there. Oh, saw that coming. I don't know how I'm gonna get that. Ah! Stop. Thank God you told me there's no more fish. Oh my gosh. Push shift. Okay. That must be the trick. Oh, look at that shit. This whole game. Didn't even know you had that ability. I got it. Ow. Ow. Oh shit. Back in the rain. Uh-oh. This looks like a boss. Ninja... Chinese tiger ninja? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dude's kind of a jerk, huh? Ow. Oh no. I'm gonna die. He's far stronger than me. Ah. He's a tiger. Ow. 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 Ah. Oh, oh. Ah. Oh. I was so close. I was so close. Sure you can. Oh. Ah. Yeah, you know, my technique in Mega Man was to get like the right power-ups first. I'd always find like the easiest boss and get his power-up, and then I'd figure out whatever boss is weak against that power-up and like totally go in sequence. Yeah, you better run. Get him, get him. Oh, 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 so close. Oh my gosh. You had 2 hits left. Ah, get away. Ah. Get him. Nice. He's dead. birds. Fireworks. Cool. I did it. I definitely did it. Right on. Well, I'm already signed up. Just need to log in. Bad request. There we are. Yeah, follow. Cool. Well, versus the School of Fish. Very cool. I appreciate you guys all checking out my stream, but it is getting kind of late here, and I'm gonna follow you guys. No, I no longer live in Chicago. I live in Phoenix now. I moved 2016, so a couple of years ago. There wasn't a lot of work in Chicago. Of course, I'm not working in games now, but at least there are game companies around that are hiring. They're just not hiring me. Add fish to the water so you can be prepared. Yeah, yeah. Add some bubbles in there too, so that way see the fish are there. Those damn fish. So I feel like we should probably continue this whole raid stuff. A few porn RPGs. Oh my god. Yeah, this other game, this game that I'm working on with the team, I'm not really like huge part of the team. I'm like a concept artist. It's a 3D game. It's called Today Is My Birthday. It's actually, the trailer's like doing really well. But dude was like, oh, maybe we should just hire a porn artist to do the characters, and it's like, no, that's a bad idea. So look at this one. It's got 1.1 million views. Of course, it's because we got this dude, Math Chief, to promote it. But yeah, I started making concept art for it, and then I started doing character art for it, but they didn't like the character that I was doing, so they went with some other guy. I'm still a concept artist, but haven't gotten a dime. I kind of don't think I'm gonna, actually. Like, some other people are getting paid. So basically this model here is an asset that they bought, and they wanted someone to you know, draw a concept for them and then come up with the model. So I drew the concept and they had someone else draw or come up with the model. But we got a lot of negative feedback for it being Leatherface, because it is Leatherface. So now it's this other dude with a chainsaw, but he's actually wearing like a leather mask in this. But Today Is My Birthday is what this is called. Like I said, the team is they're taking it pretty seriously, but I'm not taking it as serious as them. I don't think anymore, because well, I'm just doing concept art, and I've only done like a couple concept drawings for them. I made their logo for them, a couple little design things for them, and I don't know. It just hasn't been the best experience for me, like the best team experience. And they were based all over the world. Like the dude who made most of this stuff is in Russia, and he barely speaks English. In fact, I think he uses Google Translator for all of our conversations because it's like he doesn't even understand what I'm saying. There's another American dude, a German dude, the writer's from from England, I think, and he's awesome. The writer, I like him the most out of the team. Everyone else is just kind of, you know, they're all right. I'm not trying to talk shit about them or anything, but not my favorite team. I would say, like, not my first choice. This one's doing pretty good too. 227,000 views. We had a a GoFundMe or something like that. What was it? It wasn't Kickstarter. Indiegogo. That's what it was. We had an Indiegogo, and the campaign. Yeah, there isn't enough fish in the game. I agree. It's just not difficult without the fish, and the Indiegogo flopped, and we ended up refunding all the money because they put it out too soon, and they didn't like have a crowd to fund them before they made the crowdfunding project. So big no-no. Like, oh, I'm just gonna start a crowdfunder with no crowd. And I was like, why did you do that? It's going to fail. Sure enough, it did. But now they're waiting back from Fig. And they're also going to start a Kickstarter, but the Kickstarter was difficult because the dude's in Russia, and you need an American bank to start a Kickstarter, so he had to start an American bank account. I believe he's done that now. Yeah, you can see Indiegogo. We're no longer on Indiegogo anymore. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I don't think I'm gonna make any money from this. Like, doesn't matter. So I'm not taking it that serious. This guy is. I was taking it really seriously. And he's kind of a weird dude. Like, he's not all bad, but at first I didn't like him very much. That the player will find themselves in after being trapped inside. He's a voice actor, but he's kind of pretending like he's the project manager or something like that. It's like, dude, you don't even know the pipeline. He doesn't know the difference between like texture and a model. It's like more resolution. Let's make it more HD. The game runs on Unity engine. Let's make it more AAA. Let's make it AAA. And understand how to push. But we did find a sound guy that is AAA. He worked on Titanfall and Star Wars game, a recent Star Wars game, and he's down to make sound for us. So that's pretty cool. Our goal is to raise funds that will help us polish the game and implement. Make it more pop. So remember to support and share our Indiegogo campaign to help us realize the vision we sought out to create. Yeah, I was doing the animations for these guys too, and then they're just like, oh no, we found a different animator. So it's like, okay, could have told me before I spent like weeks working on anime. That's cool that you found your musician by accident, and that he's killing it with 8-bit stuff because you know, it's not easy, and a lot of the people are like, oh, I'm doing good, so you can buy it, you know, and it's different having someone on your team that's like working at buying stuff that's already made, obviously, because it's not going to fit perfect. Yeah, me, I started making music before I started making games, so it's all kind of been together, really. I mean, I started way back in the day. I started taking CD-ROMs and like changing the audio files out and manipulating them, putting them back in, and same with the art, you know, taking the art out, putting them back in. So early modding on CD-ROM games back in the 90s was really what got me into both art and music. And shortly after, I started recording myself playing bass and guitar and joining bands and stuff like that. And at the same time, learning digital art in school, like high school and stuff like that. We fixed the footsteps, by the way. We got a lot of negative remarks from the footsteps here. Did fix that. Thank God for the audio guy. But yeah, so I started doing cartoons and stuff, like animations and stuff, and then I started going the more video game route and started doing Lingo back in the day. Lingo was like a precursor to ActionScript, because before there was Flash, there was Macromedia Director, and then Macromedia made Flash, and then Adobe bought Flash from Macromedia, and that's where ActionScript was. So actually, my first like stint in like scripting was Lingo back in 2000 or something like that, but I didn't get very far in it. I was mostly doing drag and drop type stuff, not even like visual programming, just like taking like, on mouse down type events and like dragging them into like a series, making really simple stuff like things that follow your cursor, like another thing that doesn't follow the thing that's following your cursor, like a third thing that like follows both but not one but not the other, you know, like really simple stuff. But I kept going the route of making digital art and digital sound, and then eventually started using Ableton and 3ds Max and ZBrush. And, finally, I started doing. I started trying to program OpenGL and C++, and I didn't get anywhere in that. And I started doing some C# stuff, and I got a little bit further. I made like a camera, and I made my models more and rotate and scale. And I was like, wow, that took me like a whole month to figure out. Like, it took me a week to code the camera. Like, that's slow. So, and that's when my buddy came along and was like, hey, I'm learning how to program games. You want to make art for it? I was like, hell yeah, I want to make the art for it. So I made art for it. He programmed his project for school, and it looked great. It's like, yes, we did it. And then that was it. He was done with it. And I was like, well, hey man, I still want to like make it into a real game. I know it was just your project. You know, can I see the code? He's like, no. It's like, why not? He's like, I think you're going to steal it and claim it as your own. I'm not gonna. I'm just trying to learn how to do it, manipulate it, and advance it, and keep going with it. And he's like, no. So at that point, I started doing tutorials on my own, and pretty much did exactly what he did within weeks, and you know, started from there. But then I found GameMaker, made things so much easier. And then from GameMaker, I found Unity. That was in 2013 that I found Unity. I think I found GameMaker around 2011 or so. And yeah, I really didn't take off on Unity until about 2014. That's when I actually started like learning the shit and doing C#. But like I said, I was still using Unity script for a long time, and that kind of fucked me up.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Please remember to follow our social media accounts at the links below.
So I didn't do anything in this video, I don't think. Maybe the logo at the end or something like that. And this is just what we watched earlier. No, not even, no logo even at the end. But yeah, that's what I was working on for a while, and I can show you guys the art actually. Yeah, I'll join your Discord for sure, man. And you know, it's not so much lack of interest in the game, because the game is like gonna be cool if it ever gets done. It's just that the team was kind of like really hard to work with. Really hard. I mean, not extremely professional. The language barrier is huge, and then also everyone's working in different time zones. So like, you know, people are probably working right now, and like I can jump on their server because I'm still chat server, and yeah, people are working on it right now. It's like bedtime for me, but that's like the modeler is up, the main developer is up, voice actor is up, the other modeler is up. What, 3-4 modelers are up right now, and then the audio guy. Like, so there's more people online than there are offline right now. It's like the middle of the night for me, so that's how that goes. And I'm just saying hi in your server there. But yeah, definitely like to keep networking, keep more people. Yeah, you know, I don't know a whole lot of devs, but I'm definitely meeting more and more. Going to the IGDA meetings and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, a lot of different servers I've joined. People just kind of like jump on and ask me to do free work for them, basically, which is kind of funny. But what are you gonna do? Oh, and thanks, Garbash, for saying that you like retro Spaceball. I appreciate that. Definitely gonna continue with that. Should save this. Alright, so I'm probably going to sign off here though. So I don't know if you guys have someone in mind that I should raid to keep the raid thing going. $200 frames and good audience. Pixel art for free. Lewd pixel art. Yeah. Well, shit. I don't have a bunch of dub friends that are up. Even any of my friends are up. Oh, yeah, Jenny Nexus is up. She's cool. She's a developer. I think she's just playing games though. I don't know how to raid though. Someone want to tell me how to raid? I think you do Oh, that, okay. So like that. There we go. Yeah, I'll chat with you guys for a bit. I'm probably gonna eat something before I crash, so that works.
Logical charts.
I don't know if that's gonna like dope.
Over time, the Omni tool will automatically adapt its
stuff
programs
works.
to cover subconscious behavior to optimize work and minimize user error. The Omni tool has a short-range signal useful for basic or automated actions, such as opening doors while performing complex operations.
Okay, so it should be working.
Physically connected to a workstation or terminal. Note to self. To upgrade your device, simply slide operations into the main or the auxiliary slot. The main slot has a standard connector, which allows the user to fit most market Cortex chips into the Omni tool. Note that the introducing an additional AI will override the onboard intelligence. Oh hey, Rick is hosting me for up to 3 viewers. Thank you, friend. I feel like there's a delayed response sometimes with my alerts, but I see the chat. Thank you so much, friend, for that raid. I appreciate you. Yay! Welcome, friends of Rick. Hey. Rick's a fellow game developer who I recommend you guys if you like game dev streams. Right now we're playing first playthrough of Soma, and yeah, so I heard that there's a lot of reading involved, so I'm practicing my voice acting. How are you doing today, friend, and what were you streaming? Alright, we're learning a lot here. We gotta make sure we're at like a terminal or whatever if we want to use this thing. The auxiliary slot is a multi-connector fitting a large range of tool-chipped models, including but not limited to. Okay, Omni tool. Alright, I'm getting that sensation. Anything that reminds me of Alien Isolation, I'll automatically love. So the Omni tool kind of reminds me of Alien Isolation right now. So I'm already liking this game even more than I already was for its other unique aspects. Working, of course, on Retro Spaceball. What else would you be working on? Cool. Sweet, dude. You're about to crash? Okay. Well, thank you for sharing your community with me, friend, and hope you have a wonderful evening. Yeah, Rick's also on Unity Connect now. If anyone else is on Unity Connect, there's my little thing. I guess this is one of those circumstances where if I click off the game, then it, I hate it when it, like, pauses the game audio just when I want to, like, type into chat because I'm using the same computer. Anyway, next time I want to use chat, I'll just use my phone chat. Whoa! What's that gross stuff dripping from the ceiling? Ew, oh, bloody robot or something. Robot blood? Yay. I'll catch you next time, Rick. I checked my alerts earlier, which worked, and I don't know why I didn't get an alert for that raid, but... See you, friend. Sweet dreams.